Folks, we're here to celebrate one of the most significant investments in American history. Again, not hyperbole. One of the most significant investments in American history. And it's going to ensure that the future is made in America. One of the bright spots around the country that should give us a sense of optimism and hope about who we are as a nation. And it's part of a broader story about an economy we're building and one that works for everyone. The positions America, it put America in a position to win the economic competition of the 21st century. And again, that's not an exaggeration. It's literally an accurate statement. We're joined today by the CEO of Micron to celebrate their commitment to invest $100 billion over the next 20 years here in America to build factories, to make semiconductors, those small little computer chips that power everything in our everyday lives, from our smartphones to our automobiles to washing machines, hospital equipment, you name it. It's the largest American investment of its kind ever in our history. Thank you very much, boss. They're going to build factories the size of, this is not hyperbole, the size of 40 football fields, big enough to fit the Carrier Dome 4 times inside it and still have space left over. And we're going to, this is amazing. What's that going to happen here? You guys have no idea. It's going to run, and it's going to run entirely on renewable energy. 9,000 jobs, from PhDs and engineers, HVAC technicians, machine operators, with an average salary of $100,000 a year, and tens of thousands more jobs across the supply chain. 20 unions working together to fill jobs for technicians, construction workers, electricians, operating engineers. And by the way, it's the largest investment in American history that's also governed by a project labor agreement. That's a fancy way of saying union. Union, not labor, union. They ensure that the major projects are handled by well-trained, well-prepared contractors, subcontractors, and highly skilled workers. These agreements make the construction a top-notch project because they're the best folks to do it. Their projects are on time, on task, and on budget. Back in February, I signed an executive order to make sure large federal construction projects use project labor agreements. And it means that Micron is using one here as well. Micron's also paying a prevailing wage for funding apprenticeships programs, so folks can get trained in places like this community college for one of the thousands of good-paying jobs in this new site. And it really matters. It matters a lot. America invested in these chips. The federal investment helped reduce their cost, creating a market and an entire industry that's American-led. You know, that's how it all started. As a result, over 30 years ago, America had more than 30% of the global chip production, 30%. Then something happened. American manufacturing, the backbone of our economy, got hollowed out. Companies moved jobs overseas from the industrial Midwest as well as from the Northeast and manufacturing towns like here in central New York and upstate New York. And as a result, today we're down to producing only about 10% of the world's chips. We invented them, but we produce only 10%, despite leading the world in research and design of new chip technology as well. It's here in the United States. But because of the new law I signed and Chuck designed and delivered, we're turning things way around in a very big way. With Micron's $100 billion investment alone, we're going to increase America's share of global memory chips and production by 500%. The company Intel in Ohio and other companies, including foreign companies, that are investing billions of dollars across America to make these chips here. And it matters to you all, no matter where you live. It matters a great deal. Making these chips in America is going to help lower the cost for families looking to buy a car, to replace your washing machine, get a new cell phone. It also helps companies outcompete the rest of the world. And I've heard from Xi Jinping that he's a little concerned about that. No, I'm not joking. It's not, as I told them, it's not about conflict, it's about competition. And we're back in the game. We're competing again in a big way.